7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Voila.
And excellent. Greetings and welcome to Season 4. We're actually getting close to wrapping up Season 4 of IFB Interfleet Broadcasting. I'm New York Pete. This is my best friend, Chris the Tipsy Toaster. We want to thank you for tuning in to our news and pop culture sci-fi entertainment channel. We also have another Chris with us. That's Dr. Chris McAuley.
We're like Cylons. There can't be enough of them.
Can never be enough Chris's. So he's coming in, helping out in a little bit. However, full disclosure, the Tipsy Toaster and I, we grew up on 70s and 80s TV, movies, comics.
I was real
cartoons.
young then. Yeah, real
Yeah,
young.
okay, stop, because everybody knows better. And we are big classic Battlestar Galactica fans. We love the franchise. Don't get us wrong, but we have our we come from that older time period, and so we have a special place in our hearts for the classic.
Pete comes from that older time frame. I was just a little young lad back then.
Yeah. I think Chris technically is like 2 years younger than I am. So there.
Man, you're old, Pete.
Oh, done. Secrets out. End the story. Welcome to our corner of the universe, guys. Look, we need to say this up front. Our best wishes go out to our guest that couldn't make it tonight. There was a family emergency. Hope everything turns out okay. So unfortunately, the scheduled author that we had will be rescheduled, and we hope that he's okay. So Tiny Bean Tara is off doing some advanced training, and so she's not going to be with us. However, we pulled it together, and we have Dr. Chris McAuley, and he's going to give us an update on a bunch of really cool things. I had to write some of it down. He can't be with us the whole time. He has prior commitments, but we dragged him in.
He probably won't survive what he drinks tonight, so he will definitely. It'll be quick. It'll be a quick. So it'll be a quick, painful death. I'm sure it's
going to be fantastic. We're going to get a lot of laughs out of that. But Lola's with us. Thank you, Bert Oliver. Bert Oliver Bulmer, a award-winning sci-fi author, will be filling in for me soon. So stay tuned for that. So he's going to co-host with the Tipsy Toaster while I go out and visit Dr. McAuley. So he'll be stepping in for me, so that's good. Kim Harms, thanks for joining us. Isabel, thank you for joining us live. And everybody else, as you pop on, thank you for watching in syndication rerun. We've had like 16, I think our last big show is over 16,500 something views. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in later on. We really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And we have conventions coming on. John One will join us later on in the show, and we're gonna talk a little bit about conventions and the like. So, with that said, Tipsy Toaster, do you want to bring on our special opening co-host and creative producer, Dr. Chris McAuley?
Sure.
Is he still with us?
He's still with us. I can bring him on.
You didn't scare him off, did you?
No, I don't think so. He's still here somewhere. There he is. I don't know if the audio is working though. Here we go again. There we go.
Try again.
There we go.
No, we're good. We got him. All right.
The OFF was in the OFF position.
And Dr. McAuley's in full living color this time.
He's not blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
So
that'll be your earworm for the rest of you. For the
rest of the week. I will be soon, though, when I drink this beer. I don't know what color I'm going to go.
I'll be green. Da-ba-dee-da-ba.
No, that'll probably be my poo later.
Yeah, mediocre modelers with us. Thank you very much. Award-winning model maker, builder, and prop maker, who's been involved in all of our productions. Thank you for joining us. And so, part of our tradition here at IFB is that we toast the fans. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna read out our little a little write up that we've done.
What do you call
Right,
that? A
Tipsy?
mantra? A motto? Goal statement?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Something like that.
it's a statement. It's our new IFB statement, and basically it goes like this, guys. With your help and support, we want to keep Battlestar Galactica a living and energized franchise that continues to inspire us and others to create new and exciting works that we can all enjoy together, and at the same time bring new sci-fi fans into the world of Battlestar Galactica and beyond. More than fans, we are creators that drive the narrative, and we hope you do the same. And it's fitting because Dr. McAuley is heavily involved with the BSG movement as a fan, right? That's very important to us. And so we want to make sure that we toast to all the fans, that you guys, understand that we appreciate you and us, right? Us all together collectively.
Crap.
And Dr. McAuley is, we're going to get into some of the stuff that you've done, Doc, Galactica-wise, in a minute or two. Also, we want to remind everyone that on August 8th, we're going to have a past guest that is directly involved in the franchise, and he will be making an official announcement on the upcoming Battlestar Galactica. We hope that it's a good thing, fingers crossed, and so he'll be there. Oh, let's see, Kim. No worries. As long as you can toast. It's as long as water, whatever you got, it's okay. But everything will be good. Doctors, yes. You're wearing a heart monitor. Well, you got to be careful. All right, Kim. So just take care of yourself. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. So let's start. I want to know first, Doc McAuley, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm absolutely terrified of this.
There we go. Drum
This
roll.
is
He's not going to make it.
This is
Guaranteed.
the worst. Yes. So let's see if I can bring this. What way am I doing here?
Here, hang on.
So you can see by
There we go.
this. It's called Dinosaur Par Fruit Punch Sour, right?
Oh boy.
Sour? Wow,
It's a
I love
sour. So it's 7%. Apparently, it packs a delightful tart bite, squared with our house cultured lactose-free, and that's milk. Why do people keep putting milk in beer? Stop bloody doing that.
That's ridiculous.
Fruit juice, like
Milk
milk
stout.
with fruit juice. Fruit juice
Ew.
is added pre
Ew.
and post ferment. That's not even a word. Fermentaceous period. That's okay. Balancing the tart tang with juicy fruit sweetness. Brewed in Canada, Phillips Brewing and Malting Company in St. Victoria, British Columbia. Of course, it's British Columbia, a can like this, in Canada. I'm really worried about this. Yeah. So, my darling, precious wife supplied me, as always, with the beer.
How much is your life insurance policy?
It's like since I started with IFB, considerable.
We've upped that life insurance
All right,
policy.
let's go.
Let's see.
See what the color. Oh my god!
All
Look
right.
at the color of that thing.
That's special.
That's
All right.
like,
Well, oof.
Oh, I don't have a glass. Oh crap!
Oh my God, that is.
Hang on, I gotta get a glass.
Not. Oh wow!
the
Don't
last
drink
time
yet. Now hold on.
Just hold it up there for a
Don't-
second.
Yeah, you gotta hold.
That.
Oh.
I think I've seen
Oh
some
wow!
of that
That
before
is
somewhere.
full.
I don't know what the color
of
is. Watermelon?
red
remember,
dye.
like the last time you guys had to go to hospital and give a sample, right? Like, isn't that sort of the color? That's sort
bad.
of the viscousy, yeah. Like that's like.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun watching you drink that. So you need to just stand by, because mine is I think a step up. I don't. Tipsy Toaster has something else. He's got some other stuff, but
Yeah.
Kim says it's pink. Love it. Paul is with us. Commander Kane, thank you for joining. Paul, as usual, it's never a party until Commander Kane, Paul comes on. Karen Cobb is with us. Thank you for joining live. Appreciate it. I happen to have Sapporo that is from Canada. So there you go. I am going to be drinking that.
Hold up again, Pete.
Oh, yeah, here you go. There.
Sapporo Light. You didn't say
Light.
Sapporo. You said Sapporo. You say Sapporo Light.
Oh, I'm sorry. That makes a difference for you.
Yeah, how much alcohol is in that?
Nobody
Pete?
else. How much alcohol is in this?
It's alcohol
I'll tell
free.
you right now.
4.3.
2.2. 0.01.
Stop it. Stop it. I'm looking on it, and it said it's there's a government warning.
Yeah,
So
okay.
because there's a
Government warning.
warning-
This thing contains no alcohol whatsoever.
No.
Please drink at your own risk.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm letting you speak like that. It's a
think it's
okay.
4.3.
3.9.
3.9.
It's a 3.9.
Wow.
It's real. It's real alcohol in this.
Yeah.
No, 3.9 is probably tap water.
All right, Wonder Kid.
right.
What do you have? Let's see.
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
I only have just a bit of America here. That's America there. Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. Get that
8.2.
8.2%. Y'all lightweights.
Oh, Mediocre Modeler says, "Who needs a glass? Chug, chug, chug."
Got my.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
ready to.
Okay,
I'm ready to open.
We're gonna open it up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah. Okay, that's open.
Oh, get that
And
bigger.
now, let's see. This is
Midtown
gonna be-
Comics. I was just in New York. Wait, Pete. Wait, you'll appreciate
on,
this.
what? Go ahead.
You don't get it. We just watched him do it 5,000 times in a movie.
Okay.
What we got here?
That is a that's
Dyson
alluding
Dark
to
Yellow.
the Stranded Warrior.
That's
a scene in the Stranded Warrior.
And this is a I haven't drank enough water all day color. Definitely I haven't drank enough water all day color.
This is gonna be. I can. Oh, smell! Oh my God!
And that one's I've got kidney
gruesome.
problem color.
That's gruesome! Oh my God! No, it's not. That's candy. That's a Jolly Rancher color.
No. That's I need to pass a kidney stone color.
No, that's not. Alex, thank you for joining us. We're about to toast to you guys. So I have a Captain Kirk, of course, Gold Key Comics image glass, and
Dark color.
you ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
So, anyways, thank you everyone for joining us, and we all love you because fans feel the fleet. So here's to you.
Fans feel the fleet. Here's to you guys.
Fleet, lads.
And it's time for the close-up on Pucker Face.
Do it. Do it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, that's bad. My teeth hurt.
Someone paid for that.
Oh,
My teeth hurt.
my
Yes,
teeth actually hurt, lads. Oh, my eyes are
got a
watering.
cavity.
Oh.
It's sour. That's sour.
That's
Uh-huh.
sour.
That's sour.
Oh.
It's like a Sour
Oh.
Patch Kid.
Oh.
It's a Sour Patch Doctor.
Oh, my arsehole actually puckered there. That is terrible.
Well, that's a statement you don't hear every day.
No.
Buy this beer because
That was
Yeah.
excellent.
To be fair, I think anytime I show up, there should be a bit of a warning at the front to, show, because you just don't know
Yeah,
what's going
there
to
should
come
be
out of my
disclaimer.
mouth. There should be a bit of a disclaimer.
wait, I'm ready.
That's it. I'm putting
Okay,
another
so-
glass of this. I'm
Yeah.
going again.
Kim says, "God bless your wife."
I'm telling you, she's upped your life insurance. Just behind your back.
Yes, Bert, it is the tad. Just the tad tart. Oh boy, okay. So, all fun and games. Everybody, welcome to IFB. We have Dr. Chris McAuley in the opening with us. We're going to have John One later on. And again, just so that we have full disclosure, our guest had a family issue and so was not able to be with us. Godspeed, and hopefully everything is okay on your end. And then we'll reschedule you. And so we are going to talk a little bit about some of the hey Rick, what's up? Thanks for joining us. We're going to discuss a little bit of what we're up to in terms of Dr. Chris McAuley's influences. He's an inspirations and influences that
I told him earlier
has pushed our way.
He's definitely provided some inspiration for myself, at least, because
oh yeah,
I really
he's
feel fueled up, sir.
He's
I feel excited.
That's right.
Fueled and excited.
This is what it's all about. Actually, the Shatner thing, there's an interesting of a segue to Bill. So a lot of you know I worked with William Shatner in his Man of War series. It's comic. It is now getting reissued.
Oh, wow.
With a special.
Congrats.
So, yeah. I should have had a copy so I could hold it up.
Hang on, I can
but
pull
yeah,
it up.
I was involved in that. So it's getting reissued again. So that was just whenever you had Bill's face in your mug there.
Yep.
That came up. Yeah. I had a great time working with him. Good, yeah, great guy.
All right, so Dr. Chris, Lola says, heard a rumor Dr. Chris McAuley will get to meet you at Dragon Con.
Possibly. Possibly.
Wow, you didn't even think about that answer.
You know, trying to get me to conventions, it's like, dragging me kicking and screaming because I'm not really one to go to these things. But I will go if if everything's right and I'm in conversations. I got invited to the Star Trek convention at Las Vegas, and just unfortunately it's coinciding with the same time you're coming, Pete. So I dodged a bullet there. Thanks, mate. You'll have to go to that one. But Claudia's going. And Dark Legacies is going to be represented by Claudia and maybe a few of the Star Trek cast members, some of your favorite cast members.
Really?
So, and there's actually, I can tell you, we are signing up. And we have signed up some Doctor Who cast members and some Star Trek cast members for the next issue of Dark Legacies. The next issue of Dark Legacies is actually being illustrated at the minute by Glenn Fabry. So it's out there. It's coming out very soon. I am writing another Stokerverse anthology novel, which is being illustrated by Clint Langley. Pete's very kindly read some of the stuff, so I do appreciate that. I always like having another second eyes on my work because that's important. So those are the sort of the bits and pieces that are going on, and there's other things that I'll be able to talk about soon, very very soon. Some big Doctor Who news coming very very soon. But we want to talk about Battlestar, right? So we're here to talk about Battlestar. Let's talk about Battlestar. So very kindly, you guys brought me on as an executive producer on the Strand Warrior.
That's right. We suckered you right into that. I mean, yeah.
So, of course, that started me thinking about prequels and all sorts of things. So, if anybody's, want to see how Count Iblis and the Cylons got together.
The most important part.
Yeah, head towards the Stranded Warrior on Facebook. And you will see an exclusive story that we all penned, and it recounts that whole tale and actually attempts to fill in how the Cylons went from being organic reptilians to machines, and why Imperious Leader has the same voice as Count Ibley. And that leads us then into Stranded Warrior. And we also have a companion story that has been written and is going to be published very soon in a magazine. And it is a companion piece to the Stranded Warrior.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, and our quiz book. So
That's
we've
right.
got an IFB Battlestar Galactica quiz book that has a very, very special Battlestar guest who's done the introduction, and she's got her own quiz corner. So Cassiopeia herself has got her own quiz corner, and she has kindly provided an introduction to our quiz book.
Which is amazing.
It is in production. The publisher has it. We will be seeing the cover. The three of us will be looking over the cover designs this weekend. And we think it's set for a release on the 1st of August.
Wow.
Just about the same time we go to Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange?
So that's that's the biggest reveal, right? That was the whole idea. You came on and you just, boom, it's out. We have our IFB Battlestar Galactica quiz book. It covers the entire franchise.
Don't do it. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Ooh.
See, look at that. You mentioned it, and now he's just trying to commit suicide.
Nah, he likes it. It's like cotton candy.
I'm getting used to it.
No.
Yeah, it's like cotton candy.
It's
like arsenic. Yeah.
Yeah. They did put arsenic in the beers in London for flavour.
Oh my God! Really? There's an unknown fact for me.
Yeah, a little factoid.
I know. When I went to Jamaica, they actually put formaldehyde in the beer in Red Stripe. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, you enjoy that.
I know. I'm never gonna. I'm already embalmed, so I have no worries.
You have no worries. Dean Cloyd, Gordon Wu, and Charlie Donatello. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. No, Charlie.
Oh,
and
okay.
Mark Kottner. Thank you for joining us live, guys. It's New York Pete. It's Dr. Chris McAuley and the Tipsy Toaster here on IFB. We just revealed that our Battlestar Galactica quiz book is in the hands of the publisher. We have a foreword by none other than Lorette Spang, Cassiopeia, and it's sort of a little bit, it's reminiscent of this other quiz book you did that has, of course, Claudia Christian and penned by you there, and co-written with Ian, and I know he's a friend of yours. And this is the Babylon 5 one, and so we now have one. Thank you, Dr. Chris McAuley, for helping us out with that.
I would have never thought we had been able to do something like that. So no, I really appreciate
your help.
Well, I really appreciate it.
Honestly, I mean, if you look at my career, it's the most unlikely career ever. And there's stuff that Pete and Tipsy, that I can't talk about at the minute. But I'm moving into comedy now, comedy writing for TV, and I didn't think that was going to happen. And
other things.
Another thing, there's other things going on as well. Yeah, and I didn't think, but the thing is that, and it did come from fandom. All of it sort of came from fandom. It came from the fandom of Doctor Who and Star Trek and all sorts of things, and a lot of it is hard work, dedication, and obsession. And look, if we're fans of something, we're already obsessed.
Yeah.
So,
that's the truth.
I always try and say to people, look, if you want to go and write a piece of fan fiction about a show,
do it.
Do it, because there's no difference between really writing fan fiction and writing official fiction, except that there's a license fee involved. And when you write about your favorite show, whether it's like an official publication or not, you are essentially attempting to touch the hearts of other people who have enjoyed that show. And if you do that, you're successful, right? So I'd love to see more Battlestar fiction. There's a Battlestar fan fiction Facebook group that I've contributed to, I can't remember the name of it. You'll
Professor
know it.
Patton, I think, is
Professor
involved.
Patton, yeah,
Yeah.
and he's fantastic. I mean, look, I'm a new Battlestar fan and really became a fan because of this show. And I dipped my toes into, and it is quite scary to write for a franchise that you don't know an awful lot about. But it was great because I had you and Tipsy to help me, and then Professor Padden was very generous and published my first work of Battlestar fan fiction a couple of weeks ago, and very grateful for everybody's support for that. And then it kind of moved on, and we're doing the quiz book, and there's other things that are going to be coming out in the next year or so from us
Yep.
that are Battlestar related. And it's keeping the fandom alive. It's keeping everything going. Because the message of Battlestar is still relevant now, as relevant now as it ever was in 78. And I mean, if I really love the character of Ibley because it's the serpent in the garden, right?
Yes.
And that episode, I watched it again recently, the last couple of days, and it's very theological. And that's the thing.
Oh yeah,
Battlestar,
absolutely.
it's able to blend the mythology, science fiction, and theology. Yeah, and it is all of that. And it's what I loved about Stranded Warrior is the fact that one of the characters, and I was talking to Pete about this earlier, has the Anubis helmet, the jackal-headed god.
Yeah, there's so much stuff behind the scenes that goes into that. It's funny.
Yeah, and I love it. I love all of it, and it is that whole. There's a lot of mythological context there. So, for me, because I'm one of my interests is comparative mythology and comparative theology as well. That's why Battlestar really I really relate to it, as well as all the cool, the Vipers and the space battles, and I'm completely with Paul. I love Commander Key, and I think Lloyd Bridges was brilliant in that role. I think there could be a lot more fiction dedicated to.
Pegasus was blown up. He died.
All right, stop. Oh, easy. Oh my God, there he goes. You wound him up.
Yep. Sorry.
No, but they can anything, and this is the thing, right? When you start typing or you put pen to paper, anything can happen. You can take an episode and turn it into create a prequel, do whatever you want with it. There's so much. There's so Battlestar. There's so many mysteries in there because the characters are not fully explained, and I think that's the greatest gift that Glenn Larson gave fans, that he didn't try and explain everything, so that we, decades later, we're still writing and we're still creating possibilities for the show. So
100%.
hey, that's my 2 cents in it all.
And
I've been.
No, listen, what you're speaking is truth, and we're glad that you're involved. We appreciate it. So let's make sure that everybody is aware of, the Stranded Warrior is a project that we undertook with the help of the fans. We're able to film this short. It's the backstory to Captain Martin that appears in one of the episodes of the original classic Battlestar Galactica. And, he crash lands on a planet, has a kid. He's then murdered, and Apollo lands on the same planet years later, like over a decade later. We don't know what his backstory was, but there was one. Somehow, somewhere, we plugged into that. We decided to let's flesh that out. Why did they never go to get him? Why did they leave him there? So we put that together, and the trailer that we created for the Stranded Warrior has won its first first award, official selection in trailer competition, and so that's a acknowledgement of the effort and the support that's gone into this.
We could have done without the support. Yeah.
Exactly. And so, that's there. But we also have another 2 film festivals, including War of Films, which is in Barcelona. and another international film festival that has gone ahead and is promoting the Stranded Warrior and the trailer. So that's separate from competition. It was submitted to both, and they decided that they were going to now promote certain trailers that were submitted. We are waiting for word. We will be notified soon as to the next film festival that's just for trailers. And we're talking about Stranded Warrior was submitted to various film festivals internationally, and we'll see. We have expectations that we're going to do well. And of course, Dr. McAuley's executive producing on both the Stranded Warrior and our other project, which is an original piece that I came up with 20 years ago, the Tower Protocol, and that's Tower Protocol Resurrection is the new short. Once we have a rough cut, Tipsy Toaster is also producing on it and editing, and we have all our CG guys working on the other project, as well as a new poster, The Stranded Warrior. But both of those projects were blessed to have Dr. McAuley involved as executive producer, and we're moving forward with this stuff because we want to push the narrative. We want to keep,
excite the franchise, and keep the franchise alive.
Right. And we want to show that we are creative as well, so that not only do we want to showcase what we love a lot, which is, of course, Battlestar Galactica, but that we also have creativity to move beyond that as well. So, Michael Morlock, thank you for joining us live. Paul blinked and said he got excited when you said something about the Pegasus and Commander Kane. So it's okay. We got.
It's okay, Paul. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. We got him under control.
Someday you'll realize that he's dead. Anyways,
he's not.
Kane lives.
Kane's dead. Two Cylons between the two. Give me a break.
Dr. McAuley, you have prior engagement.
I've got to go. Yeah, I'm taking my wife out to dinner. So that's
why she gave you the sour thing. So
I can tell you something really cool that happened, and it's linked to this thing behind me. So you can just about see the Terminator bust that I was awarded for my work in Terminator. I've just seen today. I saw the stills of a Terminator model that I created for the new Terminator film coming out. So it has been confirmed that the work I've done in Terminator, the written work is now referenced in the new film. So that was a nice moment this morning as well.
Congratulations!
That's fantastic.
So, I know very little about the film.
Shaking and moving there, Doctor.
Well, I know very little about the film, but I sent my wife the image of it, and it was kind of it was a surreal moment because you write about these things and then you see them on screen. I mean, it's actually happening at the minute with Doctor Who as well, Pete. I think I've shown you in Tipsy. I show you in Tipsy some of the stuff, and so I'm going to be able to talk about that very shortly. But when I saw the CGI of a character that I had written for Doctor Who come alive, it's a very surreal, strange experience, but a wonderful one. And with that, I will leave you guys, leave the fans, but I will never leave the fleet.
There we go.
So
that's it.
I will catch you guys later. Bye.
Great. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks.
All right. Take care. All the best. This is to you. Thank you very much for stopping in. All right. It's always cool when Dr. McAuley can take some time. He's involved in a lot of projects, including, we didn't really get too much into the Stokerverse. There's a lot of stuff going on, and eventually we're going to be seeing a lot of it out there. I mean, he's got a whole bunch of projects beyond just the role-playing game and the video games and the TV and all the other things that are going on. He's just incredible, and we are very lucky to have him in our corner.
He's a real good inspiration, and
heck yeah!
I think I felt, maybe you probably didn't, but I felt a little stuck until he came on board, and he's helped push us along a little bit. That
yes.
I mean, we've been going for 4 years now, and I think he's really helped push us along.
Yes,
So.
yes, absolutely. Someone should write a book called "The Death of Commander Kane," and we can put this argument to bed. Okay, mediocre modeler.
All right, there we go. Hang on, for that one, I'm going to go ahead and send that one over here, and we're going to put that one up right there. There we go.
Ooh. Oh my God, not cool, man, not cool. Don't
very
feed
cool.
the flames
Very cool.
of the Cylon Empire.
So true.
Oh my God.
So for the next hour, we're going to talk about the possibilities of survival between that and
I'll tell you what
already damaged Pegasus. And, look at that, Pete. Hang on, let me get. We were talking about award-winning trailers, and now we have trailers.
The funding for the actual Builds by Baz supporter coin. That's number 33, as you can well see. And I'm going to flip it to the front. I still have this in mine's in the case. I think, Chris, you took yours out.
You can get it out. It's hard to get out, but you can get it out.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm not taking mine out, but there you go. We just wanted to let Baz.
You got to get it out. It's so
I'm not taking.
Cool.
No, it's not.
You pull it
is cool.
I can't get it back out now.
So,
keep talking. I'm trying to get mine out.
All right. Well. All right. So for those, right. I think there's only maybe 9 of these are left.
After I just saw it today, he sold out.
Oh, he did. He sold out.
That's what I thought I saw today.
So Baz is down under in Australia, a supporter and friend of. There it is, number 93. Excellent.
That is out of the case. Cool.
That looks really,
I can't believe the coloring on it is so amazing.
It's really
and then
cool.
Of course the back end is the Build by Baz.
Oh
symbol.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that shininess.
So Baz has been. Lola's waiting for hers. Baz has been a
Baz,
friend.
We need to find out who did these. Did you did these coins or whoever did these coins?
Nice.
They are fracking amazing.
They are. They're really
I mean,
nice.
It's like the Viper is actually a color.
It's really
like,
cool.
It's not like just a single color coin. It's like multicolors.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you can really see it. That's so cool. Baz, all the best.
It feels rough too. It feels like ooh. I like the feeling.
It's nice. Yeah, it is. It's a nice coin. So thanks, Baz, for dedicating all these years that you have. I think
another
now
super
you might
fan.
have enough.
Yeah,
I think he has enough to fund the trailer so that he can take that Mark II Viper that's fully built now with electronics and everything else,
and inspire
he can now
others.
take it to shows and get it out there. And we're so happy that you sold out. So cool.
Maybe inspire others and maybe raise money for charity or something. We got
so Tipsy. I wanted to talk about this.
Bring that up. You didn't show me this yet. You just drop this stuff on me when you come on. Just come on the air and just drop it on me. I don't know anything that's going to happen.
So this thing has been around for decades.
Not that kind of rapper.
And it's a magazine dedicated to non-sports cards, and it's
what year is that one? That new?
This is the newest one.
Actually, it is still new.
Yeah, it just came out.
So you can actually get that still.
Yes, it's still available. They're out there.
How do you get it?
It's a subscription. You have to subscribe. You can ask for. You can actually send away for a sample. But we're going to be taking. Chris, I'm hoping that maybe we consider taking an ad out in this, because I'm sure there's a lot of collectors that are into 70s and 80s was a real big time for collecting of cards because of the shows.
And
like
cards
ours.
is about all I have room to collect now.
Well, you know what? I'm going to very quickly, guys, as a subscriber to the wrapper, which, like I said, is put together by an expert, and those that send in articles, and the ads are for all different types of collectible non-sports cards. There is this issue. This issue is a Battlestar Galactica special. Bam! That's all I'm going to show you, because in that one, it talks about the Series 2 of the Battlestar Galactica Topps cards that never came out. And we're going to have a special on it. Tipsy and I will do a exclusive, and I'll show you the pictures that are published in here with the lists of the cards.
Bet.
The author of the article actually got to handle the uncut sheets of the TV series 2 1978 Battlestar Galactica cards. So I'll be taking pictures. This article came out, this edition came out in 2003, and I stumbled on it, of course, after I joined up. And we're going to go over that with you guys because it's incredible. Nobody knew. I mean, there was speculation, but it's proof positive. There was a second series that was scheduled. The pictures were all set. The sheets, the prototype sheet had been printed up. And so I'm going to show you everything that's in the article with credit to the author as well. And like I said, we're going to support the rapper. I think we'll take an ad out, Chris. It's affordable. And so it'd be nice to show some support and maybe, join in as BSG, aficionados of sorts and maybe help out with that magazine. I mean, it's been around for so long. So that's really, really cool. And
they don't have back issues available still, do they?
They don't have they have some. They don't some.
Have that one?
No, when you can have to find this one on eBay. You might be able to get one.
I better run and get it now before somebody else does.
Yeah, it's just it's tough. I ended up having to get that as a lot, so I had to buy 10 issues to get that one. When I found out about it, it's incredible, guys. But don't worry, we're gonna do an IFB exclusive, and I will take pictures and we'll put them up, and Tipsy and I will talk about what never happened but almost did, since they had a list. They had a full list of the cards, numbered front and back, the whole 9 yards, and they just junked it, unfortunately. And some of those sheets exist somewhere. Imagine if we could get a hand on one of those. But anyway, let me just recognize a couple of other newcomers that have popped on here to watch us here on IFB Interfleet Broadcasting. Helen's Gates, thank you for joining us live here on Interfleet Broadcasting. We're just reminiscing a little bit on Battlestar Galactica and old-time collector cards, right? Because many of us are into the non-sports cards, and this is a magazine, old style, done on paper, that is all about old card collecting and where you can get them, and who's got what, and if you want to trade, you can trade with some of these guys, and just good stuff. So Tipsy and I'll discuss the details about taking an ad out in that, and getting the word out that IFB is a supporter of non-sports cards. And
yeah, definitely. I mean, we went to the non-sports card show up close to Philadelphia a while back, and it was an eye-opening experience for me, at least. I know that much.
It was cool, right?
It was dangerous, very dangerous.
That show, because you could spend a lot of money, right?
You could spend some money.
Yeah, and
I'm still in the hunt for a Count Iblis signed card.
Oh, so, yeah.
I just can't afford that. It's so expensive.
No, that guy. We had met a guy, and we got close to.
We got close.
We got close.
It was a decent price, but he never. Yeah. Never got back.
We're gonna buy 2 of them too, but he never got back to us. He's busy doing stuff. But maybe next year or no, later in the year. Maybe later in the year we can.
Yeah, we met Rob up there too.
Yeah, we did. That's right. Our unofficial fact checker, Rob Bound, was there. Had a really good time. I know later in the year I'm gonna visit Chiller Expo. Last year I went with Professor Padden. I had never been there. Stephen McClellan, thank you for joining us. We're discussing Battlestar Galactica and
we never do that.
Collector cards. Yeah, here on Interfleet Broadcasting. If you guys missed it, we had Dr. Chris McAuley on earlier, and we discussed a little bit of where we're going and how we're giving back a little bit to the fandom. If it wasn't for the classic Battlestar Galactica and our love for the show, this wouldn't exist. And we have a really good community here and supporters. So we've gotten the opportunity with Dr. McAuley and we are now we're going to be there's going to be published an unofficial, unauthorized BSG quiz book.
And Lola had a good question, but I don't really know the answer, and that was where can they buy that?
Okay, so the book will be available on Amazon.
It'll be on Amazon.
Yes, and so this is how it's going to play based on what Dr. McAuley told me and his past publications, because he's published I think like a dozen of these, including a James Bond one, the Babylon 5 one, the Marvel, DC's done a lot of these, Aliens and stuff. So what happens is we're looking at a release date for the electronic version, right? Should be published with very, very soon. Once the cover is approved, all the material is already in. Lorette Spang, Cassiopeia, has written the forward for us. And so,
what a fantastic person too, by the way.
Oh yeah. So we expect that within the first week of August.
And if you haven't had a chance, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the first week of August, Tipsy, the quiz book will be published electronic version, and following that, I think in September, sometime in September, the actual paper copy, the actual soft cover of the quiz book will be available. And so when we go to conventions and when Lorette goes to conventions, we will have them with us. We'll sign them, and you can.
I'm gonna buy 100 and just do insulate my room with it.
So, Subi, thank you for watching. We're just talking about,
and I just want to plug another great book.
Like,
if you get a chance, you really want a book that talks about schizophrenia and things like that. Don't forget to get with Lorette and her son, Jake McCook.
That's a good book.
Cliffs of Schizophrenia is amazing.
It
really gives you a really cool insight to the life and the problems that you have as a family and as a person regarding schizophrenia. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart as well. But I think Lorette and her son really put it together well in that book. So
and they came on. We interviewed them. So that was great. And the interview that we got with Lorette, her son, and her daughter was an exclusive to IFB. So being that you brought it up, it's important to mention that Lorette will be coming to IFB.
Yes.
Jack Stauffer will be coming to IFB.
We're working on that one still, but I can pretty much guarantee that one.
Yep. So Lorette is locked in. She will be coming on to Interfleet Broadcasting, and we're hoping to promote all of their work. They're going to come here. We're going to talk Battlestar.
Yeah, we're hoping to maybe make it a kind of a favorite moments in Battlestar. So we'll get with her earlier on and maybe get some video or some screenshots of her favorite moments in Battlestar. We'll be able to play those, and we won't get copyright strikes because we'll be going over top of those with commentary.
No sound. You'll just mute
commentary.
out.
Well, even though with the no sound, they still nail you with copyright infringement. So you have to have a it has to be some other things. So we did The Thing. I don't know if you remember. We had
Von
Babson on, which was a fantastic interview. We had him on a couple of times now, and he talked. He was one of the special effects people, the behind the scenes people for The Thing and Jaws, and we got copyright strikes for that, and we had to go in and fight the copyright strikes. And we even muted the video or muted the audio out. We were playing the video, and he was talking about how they did specific things, and they still copyright struck us, and it took us.
So
it took me a month to get.
Maybe we should just
get
do
back
stills. We'll go with stills.
They'll still get us on YouTube. They'll still get us every single time. The AI in YouTube has gotten crazy.
Really,
but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We always we fight it. We win all the time. I'm used to fighting it and winning. So
we're gonna do it.
It's now a challenge. It's more fun.
It's fun. George Zuvalos is with us. George, thank you for watching. George,
Captain Martin, welcome.
Yes, award-winning filmmaker, director, writer, producer. He's
And we
incredible. He's
and we
won
just
over 35
yeah.
film festivals, and he is our star for the Stranded Warrior.
And we just spent the last. We spent like 4 to 6 hours watching him.
5. It was 5.
Over
The last session of
and
editing
over
was 5
again.
hours. So yeah, we are very intimate with
Every
certain
word. We
scenes.
got every word burned in my brain. I think I
word.
have dreams about him now. That doesn't sound right. But
So we are very close, guys. As we mentioned last show, we are very, very close to getting a rough cut, and with the help of Chris Marshall and Chuck Davenport, who's working their tip of the spear for our CG. We're getting very, very close, and it's just, it's a great feeling.
Super close to the rough cut, and from there it just comes down to sending it out for audio and pulling the green screen and just
the composition of the soundtrack, which Dorian Keys, award-winning sci-fi author, he's going to be doing that for us.
I think Dorian's soundtrack for the trailer was like that's phenomenal. Really phenomenal. I think if you don't get a chance to go back and watch the trailer, it's just and listen, close your eyes, listen to the soundtrack, and just see how well it matches up. I mean, I'm blown away by it. Was amazing.
Mike DeBruyne is with us. Sedina is with us. Jim McDougall is with us. Anne-Marie Turner. Thank you for joining us live. We're here Interfleet Broadcasting. We're talking about all the fun things that are going on in the world of science fiction and horror, all the good stuff. We just had Dr. Chris McAuley on the show, who's now executive producing both the Stranded Warrior and the Tower Protocol. We're getting close to getting this out. We have a new movie poster.
Sorry,
I'm not getting any younger. Yes, Lola. Don't worry, we're there. We're almost there. But so we're moving quickly. Like I said, we're gonna have a new movie poster, the official movie poster, right? Because we've already had one. That was a collector's
item.
Collector's item for the fans that supported the project itself. And so now we will have another one, and we're going to enter it into competition. We've already selected and targeted certain festivals. We are honored and happy to say that our trailer has won its first selection. We're in our first film festival officially selected, and that's just the trailer, guys. So that's super, super news. And hey, it's awesome. Mike, better late than never. Thank you so much for joining us. Daniela Tiari, thank you for joining us live here on Interfleet Broadcasting. We had Dr. Chris McAuley telling us about the fact that we have a quiz book coming out. He's written short stories now on Battlestar Galactica, in the world of classic Battlestar Galactica, and it looks like we may end up getting interviewed. That's behind the scenes. We're working on that. Thanks to Dr. McAuley, and so that should be coming up at some point, and that's going to be fun. He's writing a small little short story related to the Stranded Warriors backstory, and so that's coming out. And if you haven't read the short story that he already put out, go to our social media. Go to our Facebook, The Stranded Warrior, and you'll see we put it up there for you guys to enjoy and read. And it looks like Dark Legacies, the franchise that Dr. Chris McAuley is involved in, that he is creator of, partner with Claudia Christian. It looks like they're going to be doing the convention circuit. So they're going to Las Vegas to do the Star Trek convention, but there's and possibly Dragon Con. And now we're waiting on word whether or not they're going to make it all the way up to the East Coast. And if they do, we're obviously going to be there in force to support Dark Legacies and that whole project that they have going. And it's big because they have Bill Mumy is involved, and Walter Koenig is involved, and Claudia Christian is, and of course Bruce Boxleitner. So it is a really, really cool endeavor. So
And we got
we'll
our fingers
be,
crossed that they come to Dragon Con. It's like Lola mentioned. We
yeah.
do.
So they,
And I don't know if you watched recently. If you follow, follow the people who do the shows and everything else. But Claudia tweeted out or put on her Facebook page the other day about I'm never going back to Las Vegas. And then she's like, okay, I'm going back to Las Vegas.
going back, never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never, because yes, that's how it plays out. But yeah, we had a lot of fun putting together the quiz book, guys. The unauthorized, unofficial Battlestar Galactica quiz book. We have close to 200
and
classic Galactica trivia questions. And I got to tell you, we worked very hard on them. And then there is another, I believe, 200 or 300 for the reimagined are in there.
Crossword puzzle and
crossword puzzle, word seek. We put that in there as well. There's an acknowledgement to the team here because this is a IFB labeled quiz book. So I think you guys will enjoy it. We worked exceptionally hard to put this together with Dr. McAuley. So that'll be out. It'll be out hopefully first week of August. It'll be available on Amazon, and there's other things going on.
I'm hoping I can get an advanced box so I can take it to Dragon Con.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
When is Dragon Con again?
It is the last week of August, first week of September.
Last week of August. Sammy Brooks, thank you for joining us. We're just talking about what IFB is involved in. So, we talked about our fan film. We talked about the book that we're coming out with, a quiz book that's being published soon. It's coming out of the UK, but it'll be on ebook first, and then the paperback will follow that. So, and we have Lorette Spang Cassiopeia, who actually wrote the foreword for the quiz book. So that is awesome. And, it's all good things, guys. On August 8th, Chris, August 8th, we have a guest coming back. He's circling back.
I wish we could do it at midnight. I just want to call him up and say, hey, it's August 8th now.
Yes.
What time frame? What time zone was he in?
Let's not get into too many details.
Oh, damn it.
Because I'm going to tell you why, Chris. I'm going to tell you why. Nothing's written in stone until we have them here present. So it's a past guest. So if you've been watching IFB, you know that within the last 3 shows, we had a guest that said he was going to come back on August 8th, and we'll make an official announcement on Interfleet Broadcasting on the state of Battlestar Galactica. So in the making for the last couple of years has been either a show, a series, or a film. It's in the world of the reimagined Battlestar Galactica, but listen, we support the franchise. We want Galactica out there. We want Battlestar on the lips and the tongues of, fans. We want people to be talking about it because it gives us the opportunity to keep the whole thing going, right? We don't want it to die. We want Galactica to be out there. And if nothing else, we represent classic. So on August 8th, we will find out what the status is, whether it's a green light, when it's coming out, whatever the case may be. Hopefully that it's coming out, and when on August 8th here on Interfleet Broadcasting, we will announce that.
Yep. What day is August 8th, by the way? Is that Thursday?
Robert Frosty. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Samantha, thank you for joining us live.
It is a Thursday.
Jack Roberts, thank you for joining us live. We're just talking about Battlestar Galactica franchises. William Simpson, thank you for joining us live. And we are going to have John One will be jumping on soon.
I think so. I don't have him yet, but
yeah, he said he would be coming on around 9 or so.
Okay.
And our time, Eastern time. And we're glad that Baz was successful in his campaign.
Yeah, I've seen Baz come on tonight.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but unfortunately
we were talking about trailers, Baz, and you should have been here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our scheduled guest had a personal emergency, and hope everything is working out with him. And we'll have him come back. We'll reschedule, have him come back. So that's why we don't have our author interview, but that's okay. We had Dr. McAuley, and he drank a really weird beer, and I was hoping that, he wasn't going to pass out on us, but he was funny, very funny. And I will be visiting with Dr. McAuley in North America, in the northern parts of North America, very soon. And I'm going to take an original sealed 40-year-old pack of Battlestar Galactica cards and
smuggle it across the border.
I'm going to see if he's willing to try to eat the bubble gum like the Tipsy Toaster did live on the air, and we'll see what the outcome is.
Yep.
That's going to be funny. That is going to be very, very funny.
Go lick a museum. You'll know what it tastes like.
Oh, boy. All right. Well.
Although I did see when I was just in New York the other day, I did see a cart that says the taste of New York. So I don't really know what. I've never licked New York, so I don't know what that tastes like either.
Oh, yeah. So. Okay. Well,
Yeah, Robert, we're going to make him eat the gum.
Yes, that's right. That's the whole thing. Rob, thanks for joining us.
We're not going to make him eat the cards, though.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Rob. Rob had sent up a couple of really, really good ideas, and I think we're going to discuss those. Let's see. I might be able to bring something up, but I do want to mention that on our anniversary, so you guys need to pay attention that on September 17th, we will begin our season 5. Season 5 starts September 17th, so that week we will have our show on a Saturday to commemorate the air date of the original classic Battlestar Galactica, which is on September 17th. So that's when we begin our new season, and we'll be going into season 5. We're going to have an all-star cast of guests come on to the show. We're working with Lorette Spang to come on, and some others from we traditionally have Eric Larson come on, and so he'll be typically another one if he's available. Typically is. We're talking about Lorette coming and others for our
at least for a couple minutes to say hello.
Yeah, exactly.
May not be able to get them on for an hour or anything, but we'll get them on for let's say hello. And at that point in time, we're going to do a 24-hour broadcast, right, Pete?
I don't know about 24 hours. You know what? We can do it. We can do it. We can do it, and we're going to tag team in and out of the 24 hours.
Somebody wake you up.
Yeah, wake you up, man, because you're the one that's got to stay on no matter what.
That's right. I'm the one with the job. I'm not retired.
Exactly. Yes. Well.
Jealousy, yes, I'm turning green, yes.
Your choice. That's a choice that you're making. You can retire if you want.
Living indoors and eating, yes, that's the choice I'm making.
You know that September 17th is actually on a Tuesday.
Cool. Doesn't matter to us. It's September 17th. It's a celebration
day. So that's when we're going to do it. I correct myself. It is a Tuesday. So September 17th is a Tuesday, guys, and that's when we will begin officially our 5th season with all our guests. We did mention that we're going to have Lorette Spang will be coming to an IFB episode. Let me see. There was I'm looking up. Rob Baum had mentioned he'd come up with a really good idea, and I told him that we would explore that. And it's where is
mediocre modeler. Yeah.
What do you say?
I think so.
Vivian says hello. Vivian, thank you for joining us live. Appreciate it. We're just talking. Kim,
I think it should be. I like it.
Yeah. Is eating gum the new IFB initiation? I think so.
I like it.
So. Yeah. That's a good one.
Pete hasn't eaten it yet.
No, because I'm not. No, hey, wait a minute. That's not fair. You made me drink skunked beer, Vulcan Ale, that was like 10 years over.
Well, I do have another one for you if you want. See, you're ready?
No,
here you go. Here's another one here, right here. Look at this. Klingon
you should drink
Warnog.
I'll tell you right now.
Look at the date. You ready for the date? Oh,
Yeah.
It's, I don't know if you see it there. It is expired. Oh, hang on. I got to look at it. It expired in 2015.
I'll do the gum. I'll do the gum.
It's got pressure.
I'll do the gum if you do that.
Oh, I don't know. This one's not that bad, though. It's still got pressure. This should be okay. The gum, on the other hand, who knows what's been there.
Well, I'll tell you right now that Rob sent this up. He said, Famous Monsters Fest returns. September, Friday the 13th, is going to, it's either weekend before or after RetroCon. It's going to be held at the venue where I met you. Among those scheduled for RetroCon are Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner.
Ooh.
So that's coming up. Famous Monster Fest.
Famous Monsters. I'm looking up now.
Famous Monsters of Filmland and Famous Monsters Fest returns. So check that out.
Is it Famous Monsters of Filmland? Because I found that one.
Is it on September, Friday the 13th?
Oh, don't see a date. I see.
Mike DeBruin says, if you've eaten New York City school lunch pizza, you'll be fine with the gum. Yes, agreed. I totally agree.
I like the pizza.
So, really interesting comment.
Famous Monsters of Filmland? That can't be right.
Famous Monsters Fest returns.
Fest.
Yeah,
Famous
that's
Monsters. Is it the same one?
Is it on September 13th? Then it is. So.
Ooh, yeah, all sorts of cool people going. Look at this. Ready?
Let's see. Yeah. Come on.
Screen share there.
So this is some of the things that you guys know. We go to conventions. Oh, look at that. William Shatner, the Gorn guy. I've met both. Oh, is that Carolyn Monroe there?
I think so.
Oh wow, go down. Ooh, Carolyn Monroe.
Dracula.
That'd be nice. Very interesting. That's cool.
I don't know, man. I take his photo op schedule.
That is. I don't know, man. That's cool. So. That's cool. Carol Monroe is not doing autographs? What the hell is that? She's got to be doing autographs. No way.
Bobby Clark was the Gorn.
Yeah, I got him. I met him at WonderCon in California, in LA. So, actually, it's Anaheim is where the convention was, and I met him a couple years ago. It was, I believe, right before. No, was it after the pandemic? I can't remember now. Anyway, I met him. I got his autograph. Really cool dude. I did want to mention this, Chris. Mike DeBruin made a really cool statement. He said, Star Trek The Next Generation and later shows brought about the original series being revisited via Strange New Worlds and other titles. So any version of BSG is very welcome, except 1980. That just sucked. That's right, Mike. That is exactly the point, right? So,
but Galactica 1980 was the best because it was the first human Cylons.
Oh, God. Which is overlooked.
Yes.
That's
a lot of the times.
Yeah, and it's also in one of the books that we read, there was this idea of whether or not they could, hide or evolve, or so some of the things happened, and I think they happened by accident. But hey, Shatner and the guy who played the Gorn Arena are among those scheduled. Yeah, it's really cool, Rob. Thank you.
I wonder if we can get them to fight. I go for watch that.
Well, you saw the commercial they made. There was a commercial where they brought them back. Yeah. Stacy Kennedy, thank you for joining. The Tipsy Toaster and I are just going over some of the events, conventions, and the like that exist out there in the world of science fiction here on Interfleet Broadcasting. We originally had an author scheduled. Unfortunately, due to circumstances out of his control, he couldn't be here with us. But we did have Dr. McAuley on, and we discussed a whole bunch of things that are going on.
Hey, Pete.
Oh, John One's back. He's on. Cool.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good. How's it going, man?
Good.
Wow. You got some Daggett problems.
Turn it down just a little bit. But
high pitched.
Anne was
high pitched.
Ann was on with
Yeah,
us.
that's
Thank
me.
you for joining. That was very cool. Appreciate it. And is there a Romulan ale? Well, there was a Romulan ale, but anyway.
I don't think it was a Romulan beer, but there was a Romulan.
Oh, beer. Yeah, it was a beer. That's right.
Actually,
And Chris, do
have
you
the other
remember when we went to Knoxville? There was an actual company that that made a type of ale, liquor and stuff. So, so that is out there. Kristen,
I drank
thank you
all
for
of
joining.
the Captain Kirk's whiskey, by the way. So I still have a bottle,
and how
though.
was it? Was it any good?
It was pretty good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Very good. So,
it made me
a little
pause
tipsy.
a lot.
Vivian, thank you for joining us.
It was
flavor.
Very
the flavor.
tasty.
Yeah, the flavor. That's right, John.
It was
Kristen, thank you for joining us live. So, John, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming on. Yeah. All right, you bozos with your Shatner imitations. Oh, very, very funny.
But Pete, don't you feel it?
Understand? Okay. So, oh boy, John, how's it going, man? Thanks for dropping in.
Good.
How are things?
Good, pretty good. Hanging in there. I was looking at that Monster Fest too. You saw Shatner has a autograph pre-sale, $150 for an autograph.
That's about the norm.
Not bad.
That's about the norm. Yeah,
bad.
I've seen it higher.
Yeah,
at other
I've seen higher
locations
too. That's not bad at all for William Shatner. I got him twice. I was lucky enough that 20 years ago. Oh, so this is a factoid that a lot of fans probably don't know. William Shatner, he gets like one of everything that's classic Star Trek related. Anything, whether it's an ornament or
underwear,
a Romulan, whatever. As long if it says Star Trek on it, he gets one. So what he did was he was having an auction to promote one of the horse related events or schools or something that he supports. So he was selling off a lot of these items that he gets sent, and he would sign an index card that to go with each one and said from the collection of William Shatner. And so I was able to get it was a pewter Romulan ship, and it came with his autograph. So I got that, and then years later I have an actual mounted. There was a limited release of these. They're mounted autographs of all of the captains from all the shows.
Ooh.
And so it has a small picture and their autograph, and the thing is numbered. And I picked it up at my local comic book shop, Royal Collectibles, and I have it up hanging. It's really cool. So I have one of each one of the actual and I got it for really a very competitive price. So I have them all in one shot. But I've met
Robert Baum says there was a kidney stone.
Those kidney stone is. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. Deb, thank you for joining us here on Interfleet Broadcasting. We're just talking, Star Trek, Battlestar, all kinds of different franchise things that IFB and we've been involved in one way or the other. Again. John, we had a great time at the Minicon.
Yes.
Thanks to Chris Fian and the 501 Empire City Garrison. So
that was the
really
best cool. Small con I've ever been to.
Agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
And we've
I've
been to a
some
lot.
Small cons, but that was the best small con I've been to. I thought it was really fun, and I was surprised they made that much money for cerebral palsy. So.
Oh, it's such a short time too. It's like wow, it's
4 hours, and they're
like
turning that much around. Yeah.
Money.
Oh yeah,
everyone's involved in it, and it was such a good outpouring of people, and it was a good time by all. So we really got to see the fire first in action.
Yeah.
Oh, really cool.
We even got to see a theft.
But one thing I did do have the question is, where was the Shadow Trooper at? I've seen them before. Was it in a Ahsoka series or was it in?
Oh, that's Rogue One.
The Rogue One?
I think it's Rogue One.
Is that Rogue One?
I think so.
Don't ask me.
Well,
Go back and look.
I know
It's not Jar Jar. It's not worth talking about.
the Death Troopers were in Rogue One.
See, dog agrees.
So yes,
It's not Jar Jar. It's not worth talking about.
oh come on, you're stuck on that.
And I asked him too. I said, "Should we go to this big 501st thing?" It says, and they have the Saber Guild there, and they have the 501st, and then like, where does Jar Jar lie? Is he like on the good side, the Rebel Legion, or is he truly? And I believe he is a Sith Lord.
Sith Lord.
There is if you go check the websites out, you'll find out. You'll see it. I believe it's true. Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord, and I am going to make sure I find a shirt for the next time I go to a 501st thing that says Jar Jar Binks on it. And
You're
Pete,
the one
you
that
need to
wants
wear
it.
the one that I sent you.
You want to get like you want to be an honorary member. That's I'm sure that'll get you in. Yeah, okay.
That's it.
You keep dreaming. Yeah,
Me honorary member.
Jenny Griffin, thank you for joining us here live. And yeah, so Rob, thank you for. Rob also posted something about the Cylon Empire Classic Cylon Authority, and it talks about posting on social media about the Lucifer figure from the classic
Mhm.
Battlestar Galactica collection, and it got
Which I
picked
never
up by
got.
a lot. Yes, I had.
got
I
one.
have it.
You
Yeah,
didn't
I
get
got one.
it's not still carded though, is it?
No, I took it out of the
it was
car.
out.
No, I took it out, but it was my original one, the one I had originally got.
I'm looking. There's two figures I'm looking for.
Yeah, which are
what's the company? It starts with an M. Mega.
But
Mega.
Migo.
And you know which ones they are? Lucifer.
Miami Vice.
Oh no, Lucifer.
Volpa?
And
Oh, it's not Migo, man. It's not Migo.
which one is it?
not
That's the ones that had like the 9-inch figures. They had the Lucifer 9-inch.
Yeah, they're not. It's not Migo. It's another company that came out. It was temporarily. It was a limited series.
Yep. It was two of them. Those two I'm looking for is
those are
Lucifer,
super expensive.
and of course, my favorite.
The Imperious Leader.
No.
It's
Come on.
Athena.
Athena.
Volpa? Oh, Tina.
They had Athena. I would take Volpa too, but it would
They
be
didn't. Yeah, you can get Volpa. Volpa's out there.
yeah, Volpa's out there.
Yeah, you get him with an actual lunchbox,
Yep.
and he comes with a battle damaged Cylon and Volpa in the box in the
How dare
lunchbox.
they battle damaged silence. And that brings up something else the other day. We got into a conversation like, what do you mean? There was only maybe somebody knows I heard it. All right, here's the Battlestar Galactica trivia question of the day.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
What was the rank and the only time in the entire series that a Cylon had rank insignia
Yes.
on his armor? What
Yes.
was his rank? There you go.
It was
Only
it
time.
was-
One time, I was like really shocked that they didn't do it
It's in the
more.
book too.
Yeah,
It's in the
yeah,
book.
It's in the book, I think.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's
Michael
like,
Wing, thanks for
My
joining us
gosh,
live.
that's so amazing. And they only
Yeah,
did it
it's like-
one episode, one time, and that was it. You never saw it again, which really disappoints me because they could have really broken out the Cylon ranking structure, because it's kind of important that you understand the enemy for you,
Oh
Pete.
boy.
And it's also
Okay,
important to
dude.
understand me, because I am one.
You need to chill, dude. You are like
It
out of
was a
control,
corporal or
man.
sergeant insignia on it. I love
Colonel.
that shit.
That's funny, the Colonel, like,
It was stripes.
no, it wasn't stripes.
It wasn't stripes.
It was an insignia on the chest.
No, yeah, that's
And the
right.
neck.
In the book, they talk about having stripes in the
Yes,
book.
in the book
did.
they do talk about
They
stripes.
did. They talk about it. Chris, you're talking about Biff Bang Pow is the
Yes,
company
that's it,
that
that's
made
it.
the
Yep.
8-inch
Yep.
Galactica figures that you want. Extremely rare.
Extremely rare and
Very.
extremely expensive when you do find them.
Yeah,
I think,
they're really hard.
I got
the one-
tempted, but I was not going to spend $250 for one.
Oh, which one was it? The
It was
Lucifer
Athena.
or was
Athena.
it Athena? Oh,
Athena is one of the more rare ones because
yeah,
I think there was something in there. Another one of those trivia questions. I think there was something in there where she did not authorize it, so they pulled it.
Yeah.
So there were only a couple of them, or only a little bit, only a few of them were only made and only made it out. So.
Well,
I would have been tempted to get it.
We got Captain. We got Admiral. No, not Admiral.
What is so?
No, that was not the gold centurion in the hand of God. There was a golden. A lot of people are like, oh, there's no other gold. Yeah, there was a gold centurion in the hand of God. Bore. No,
that's a good trivia question.
What's that? Which? What other
episode had
a gold centurion in it? You know, Volpa was supposed to be the bad guy throughout the entire series.
That's right. He was supposed to be.
That was going to be the bad guy throughout the entire. And if you read the book Cylon Death Machine, and if you haven't read it, find it, read it. It's amazing. Especially if you're a Cylon fan.
It really is.
Cylon Death Machine. Find it. And it talks about Volpa escaping from the explosion and everything else. So and it talks about why Volpa was assigned to oh crap, the name of the mountain, Mount Hecla.
Hecla.
That wasn't that, but it was the base. The planet, the base. They called it wasn't Mount Hecla. It was something else. Damn it!
He was being punished, right? You got punished like that.
Right. He spoke his mind.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Because
and if you want to go back, you can. We went through. I think we went through the book 2. We never went to book 3. We did a comparison to book 2 and book 1, which are eye opening. Really are eye opening in regards to what could have been. Arcta. Thank you, Rob. Who said Arcta?
Rob.
Wow. Hang on. Wait a minute. Practice my. Rob knew that.
Yes.
Practice my shocked face.
Yes, Rob. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Our fact checker.
Man. Yep. Yes, unofficial fact checker, IFB. Thank you.
We still haven't got the name yet. With the
of the what?
Of the
I gave you the
no.
Biff
we still don't.
Pow.
No Biff Bang Pow. We asked what the rank was of the only marked Centurion.
Oh. Well,
it's
how about
one line in the entire pilot episode.
Okay. But where was he serving? What planet was he on?
Oh.
How about that?
Look at that. We're getting all trivia related tonight. I don't know how that happened.
Trivia related.
It wasn't even. This was not intentional or planned, people. But we do appreciate your.
With the fact that we are
kneel before Zod. Amen, brother.
That's funny.
I would go worse, and I would say the gun is good and the
blank
is bad. That's a
Zardoz.
That's a Zardoz quote.
That's Zardoz. Hey, so John, what you picked up tickets for New York Comic Con?
Yep. Rob Barrel. It was on Carillon. Yeah, correct.
We got New York Comic Con on Friday because Saturday's already sold out.
What?
Sold out?
Yeah, Saturday sold out.
Oh boy!
One day tickets, like if you want to spend like $500 for like the package, I'm like, nah, I'll just come Friday and check it out.
All right.
Friday.
So I have Saturday. I have a Saturday ticket. However, if there's any chance that the Dark Legacies crew is going to be there, we will figure out a way to get there because we'll be covering. We will have exclusivity to media coverage for the Dark Legacies panel, which is hopefully what they're going to get if they come up. So we will be.
You're talking about Dragon Con?
No. At New York Comic Con.
New York Comic Con. Okay.
Yeah. What? So there's. Yeah. No. New York Comic Con.
I haven't heard anything Dragon Con yet. So.
Dragon Con. Dragon Con is. But no, New York Comic Con. If they come up to that, which is a possibility, it's within the realm of possibility. We've been told that we will be covering their panel, doing interviews with the entire Dark Legacies crew. So
it'd be great if we could be the MC for that panel.
That's possible. It depends on. Yeah, that's possible, Chris. That all depends on how they set it up. If they're going to have their own MC,
Yep.
or if they don't, then obviously we would then, we
Or
could
they could
probably step up
request
and
an
do it.
MC. I'm sure they can.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
happens
they
a
can.
lot.
They can
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
So that's all
Pennsylvania.
possible, guys. Yeah, imagine. Oh my God.
That'd be great.
Don't worry, Pete. New York is only a 5-hour trip for me.
That's right. It's just a simple 5 hours. So, yeah, John. All right. So you got Friday covered.
Nobody's come up with it yet. We've got Paul said Commander Centurion.
Nope.
You're
Nope.
close.
Close, but no cigar. So come
Let
on,
it roll
guys.
for a little longer.
Colonel?
Yeah, roll a little bit,
Colonel Centurion?
and then
Yes. DOS Colonel Centurion. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, Imperious Leader. Yes.
so John,
Hang on.
John,
The
thank
chair
you for
moves.
joining us. Lola says they
Speak,
shouldn't have
Centurion.
Larry Murray, thank you for joining us. We're discussing a little bit of trivia from the original Battlestar Galactica and all the conventions that are coming up and how many of them we can possibly actually cover, which is not all.
Okay.
Lola says they shouldn't have all the cons so close together. It's intentionally done because of the season. It's been proven that certain periods of time are more lucrative than others, and so they bunch them up. And I think you're right, but I don't know. It's just the way these things happen.
I think especially with the
and
genre, too. I mean, you got ChillerCon, you got Famous Monster Con, you got Tropicon coming in next month,
Yeah.
WhoCon.
ChakaCon.
yeah, the Who convention. That's another one that Dr. McAuley has been in the past multiple times invited to go, and you can't crank out the material that he's writing. I got to read a lot of the short stories for the anthology novel that he's putting together for the Stokerverse. So I've been doing a little bit of reviewing, and his stuff is just phenomenal. I mean, the man is gifted. You can't do all of that and be able to attend all of these conventions, no matter whether they put you in a 5-star hotel and pick you up in a limo or not. I mean, it's time away from what you're really doing is putting out material and putting out content, which is his main focus. And Dr. McAuley actually has a day job. He is involved in with Sony and the gaming world, and that's what he oversees, a whole team of what is it, like video game engineers, like guys that actually put this stuff together, and they work with Sony. And I mean, so he's got a day job too, guys, and it's not easy. But we hope that he can come out to some of these things, and we're hoping that they do get that whole New York Comic-Con thing going. But I don't know, John. If you,
New York. Chris,
yeah, you know what, John?
A lot of good Irish bars. We have a pint afterwards. A couple of pints.
Oh, for sure. But so, John, you were with me. I think you and I together were at WinterCon last year, right?
Yes. Yep.
And they said that we heard from a reliable source that there is no more WinterCon in New York.
What?
Unfortunately, yeah,
They're trying to
WinterCon
find
is
a
now.
new venue for it.
Yeah, so there's no WinterCon, at least not this year, from what we were told. Big Apple, of course, is a staple and continues its long history of being a convention. So we have to keep an eye out, see if there's anything else. Maybe I'm going to go do Chiller. I've invited to our the art director from the Tower Protocol is coming with me, and so he's gonna. I'm taking him up to Chiller.
You did a
That's
great
going
job.
to be
Nice guy.
yeah.
Paul says the San Diego Con is happening now.
This weekend, yeah.
Oh, this
Is it?
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like the major one, or is this a different one?
Yeah. No, this is the one. This is the real deal.
Oh.
This is the real deal.
Man.
Yeah.
It's on our bucket list, but yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy, thank you for joining us.
I sent you the tickets. I'll be there.
It's just
I'll be there
so
with you
difficult.
Saturday.
But next year, John, we're talking with sci fiction. Owen Cotter. We may end up collaborating together for next year. We're not sure yet, but I've discussed this with him. He called me not too long ago. I will be attending the Los Angeles Comic-Con that's coming up later in the year. So I will be going to that Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday, I'm meeting up with Bert Oliver Bomer because he's from
Cool.
California. So we're going to hang out at the convention, and we'll see. Maybe we'll do a little bit of coverage from that.
That's the La Comic Con. So it's like one in France. What a bump!
Well,
jokes. You love it.
Yeah, you're out of control, man. I know.
I was just sitting there thinking to myself, hang on. I was just sitting there thinking to myself, so LA Comic Con, and I was like, but
LaCon.
Chaka Con. You could actually have a con for Land of the Lost and have it called Chaka Con.
Wow, you're like,
really?
How much have you actually imbibed, man? You're like,
wouldn't that be awesome? The Chaka Con. Let's all go to Chaka and go to. Yeah, you don't get it, I guess.
See that
didn't
Chaka's
watch enough.
face on the advents. Chaka Con.
Chaka Con. That's it.
oh,
The advertisement.
I'd like them. It'd be kind of cool if we could get them on the show, John. If we get
Land of the
anybody
Lost,
from Land of the Lost,
they're very popular and they're very active in the fandoms.
They do a lot of cons. We should try to get them on because they'd be, I bet, a lot of fun. So,
it's so much fun to have it's so much fun to have actors that are fans of their own shows, like
Oh yeah,
Land of the Lost. They're very pop, and then it's Flash Gordon. Sam. Yeah. Sam, big fan of his own show. He loves his show. You talk to him at a con, he'll talk for hours on it. It's great.
You did meet him. You met him. You had
I've met him. I've also met Buck Rogers, Gil Gerard.
Yes.
Another person who's a fantastic salesman, by the way. He's like, I designed this shirt. You ought to buy one. Sure enough, I bought one. So
he actually, it was funny because he actually
Sam Jones, thank you.
Sam Jones. Buck Rogers, he would actually he had a few recordings of original studio recordings of all the soundtrack music from Buck Rogers. And
dude, that's the best soundtrack ever. It was
$400, and it was like, I don't know, like how many, like 6 CDs or something, and he only had a few of those. And I remember he was at WinterCon a couple of years ago, and I overheard him talking about that. And there's a fan that came over to talk to him, same thing, and he's like, well, I only got a couple of these left, and it was never released, so he had these. Yeah, he had it made for himself. Yeah.
But that's the best soundtrack ever with Queen. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I just saw something today. I think it was I was zipping through Facebook in regards to it was an article in regards to how, and it's funny how they talk about Battlestar Galactica was always, they were writing the scripts the night before and everything else. It was the same for Flash Gordon, and they call it a what do they call it? It was a lot of the stuff that came out for Flash Gordon was done by the people in the background as well as the actors, just spouting things off.
They improvised a lot.
It was an improvised. I can't remember what they called it in this article. It was a really good article. I gotta find it again. Wow. They talked about how, and then that's what happened with Battlestar too. I mean, Battlestar was getting written the night before, and you hear some of the actors talk about how long it took, or how they would get the script 10 minutes before they were supposed to do it.
And they would write like little notes, cheat sheets of dialogue, and they would put them in places that the camera wouldn't pick up, so they could, because the dialogue would change often depending on the episode. It would change so often that it was hard to memorize. They would write it down put it up in places that they could look at, and so they could deliver their lines. let's see, Shad, thank you for joining us live. Sue, thank you for joining us live. Carla, thank you for joining us. We're
Wow.
wrapping
I
up
didn't know that,
here.
Mike. I didn't know he was a New York City cab driver before he made it big.
Yeah.
Bill Gerard.
Isn't that something? That's crazy. But
And now
you know,
now he'd say he's
it's
an
all
Uber
good.
driver.
Well, that's what it'd be these days. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look, the idea is that we try to discuss a lot of the old stuff as well as some of the new. John, there's a couple of good sci-fi shows that are actually out now. What have you watched lately?
I watched the Ark. I started watching the Ark.
Oh,
I watched what's that one on? I started getting into Dark Matter on Apple Plus.
Okay.
I got in the first episode, so it's pretty good. It's
like
a little slow.
the old Dark Matter.
No, the new one, the new
There's a
episode
new
to the series.
I thought that was an old show.
He's
It's a new
different. Because he comes from a different universe, and his doppelganger comes. It's weird. He's a physicist.
John, what about the you said Arc 2?
Arc, yeah, season Arc 2 is on Sci-Fi now.
What's your opinion? Where are you? How far into it?
I just started the second one, so I started watching the first series now, and then part 2 is out too. So it's pretty good. It's a good storyline. I mean, they're trying to get into a planet. They wake up and they're trying to survive. So it's pretty good. It's pretty action packed. First 2 episodes you get into it, you're like, okay, I get into it. Then the third and fourth it's starting to pick up. So it's enjoyable. I
Okay,
watch it on,
that's cool.
So,
is there anything else that you could recommend?
For those about to die, that's a good Roman series. It's on Peacock.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
You
and
started
the one
that.
on Apple too, the Sunny, the one about the lady whose husband disappears and she gets a robot. What's
the name of that one?
I think it's what was it? Sunny, I think.
Something.
Sunny.
Yeah, that was good.
That was weird.
It's older, but it's good. Yeah.
They're trying to investigate. Yeah, it just came out like this month. The series. Rashida Jones is in it.
Oh,
and,
I saw one that was older than that where the person had died and been replaced by a robot.
This robot is he worked on it, but she didn't know her husband worked on the robot. She thought she was like a vacuum cleaner or something. Maker.
Oh.
When it disappears, the president of the company gives it this robot, and she's like, "Oh, what am I gonna do with the robot?" And then she becomes friends with it, and then they go investigating what really happened to her husband and then child.
My husband's a Roomba.
Oh wow, that's insane. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Fallout and a couple other things. Tipsy,
Fallout
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was good. I'm
Very
looking
good
forward to the next one. Tipsy, what did you come up with, man? You haven't watched any good sci-fi lately?
I unfortunately have not had time to watch any good sci-fi. I've been editing movies, so
yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah, imagine that.
But I've been watching this great show called The Stranded Warrior. It looks like it's going to be amazing. It's got a great storyline. I don't know who directed it, wrote it, and starred in it, but it's fun.
The rough cut is about, actually, based on our conversation today, it's 90% done in terms of a rough.
The rough cut, yeah, and then we start throwing in all the cool stuff. But
all the cool stuff.
Pete had to talk me off the roof there the other, yesterday. I think it was today. So I was like, "We're not nowhere near that getting done." And he's like, "Well, we did this and we did that. I guess you're right. We have done that. Yeah,
yes, we have.
We have done that. Wow, so we are close.
Oh yeah,
it's epic Cindy, in the make.
That's it.
It's getting there. So guys, thank you, Chris. Thanks for everything you're doing. John, thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
Nobody got the answer to the question, so you'll have to read the book.
The book. That's it.
Battlestar
Hopefully, we'll
Galactica,
have
the original series book.
That's right. So stay tuned. Bert Oliver Bomer will be filling in for me soon while I visit with Dr. McAuley. So
that's gonna be fun. We'll talk about how much of a fan he is, and maybe we'll.
You're gonna be surprised.
We're gonna go back in that. We're gonna go back in that weird black dark space known as Battlestar Galactica.
And He's a big fan.
He's a big sci-fi fan. You'll enjoy talking to him. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, Bert shared with me that growing up overseas in Europe and Germany, he watched Battlestar Galactica a little bit different, the classic, a little bit differently than we did, but he watched it religiously, and he had recorded it, and so he is a huge fan. And you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, Tiny Bean Tara is away for a couple of weeks. She's off doing a master class. So once she's finished with that, she'll be back on the show, and she'll give us an update on, all the good things that she's been doing, and the regular update, as well as you will, John. Thank you for everything you do as well. And I don't know, man, shows and things coming up. And so let's remind everybody, Lorette Spang, Cassiopeia from the original Battlestar Galactica, is coming to IFB to talk BSG. Yep. So
try to get her to talk about some of her favorite scenes in Battlestar Galactica and everything else, and find out. And and she is a very big. Is the philanthropist the right word? Yes, she volunteers her time a lot. A lot, and she's a fantastic person in regards to a great human being. So and that was amazing to talk to her. So and then we're working on getting Jack on board to find out how he's doing, and he's had some challenges in the past, and
he'll be on
pulling out. So we will. He's expressed through Lorette some interest in appearing on the show, and then we're working on getting some of the other people that were involved in Battlestar Galactica, actor-wise, on the show. So
so all good stuff.
Yep, I mean I can't believe we've gotten. I mean, if you would ask my 14-year-old, 12-year-old self back in the day when you were watching Battlestar Galactica, actually 10-year-old, Pete was like 20. But anyways, if you ask me, my 10-year-old self.
But that's beside the point.
Yeah, I think Pete was more along the lines of 20. But anyways.
Yeah, I was 2 years older than I was. Yeah, just 2 years older.
My 10-year-old self, if I would have been able to interview or talk to any of the stars for Battlestar Galactica, I would have told you, nah, I'll never be able to get to do that.
Never.
But here we are. Yep. And it's been a road to get here, but we're very happy to be here. We're happy to get the fans involved. This isn't about us. It's about the fandom. And it's all about that. It's all about making Battlestar Galactica come off the lips of everybody in the world and have them familiar with it. So thank you for showing up. It is about that time, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So I would really like to say we appreciate you. We thank you.
Yes.
Keep fueling the fleet. Keep creating. Keep thinking. Keep following. Keep dreaming Battlestar Galactica and other sci-fi stuff, because that's what's important, because fans fuel the fleet.
Fans fuel the fleet.
Right. Fans fuel the fleet. Here's y'all.
See you guys.